Alright guys, here is my computer build. As you can see, it's under construction. Got a lot of work to do to it. What I've done so far is taken off all the old heat sinks from the motherboard. This is one of them. Right there. Took that sucker off. That was pretty easy. Actually, all of them was pretty easy. Had this one as well. I took off. See that there. What I'm doing now is just making sure my water blocks are all good to go and get the wiring all put to where it needs to be put and stuff. As you can see, I got my new Coolant CPU water block installed, along with my Coolant Northbridge water block, voltage regulator MOSFET water block here. Got one here and the other one up here. I've got to run my tubing and figure out how I'm going to configure that, but that's not going to be too hard. Also, I have my new radiator in the back here. Got it in today, installed it. That's going to be my second radiator. My other radiator, I don't know if you can see it, it's in there. There's a radiator with and the fans are in the front. That does a really good job. That radiator really cools down my CPU pretty well. But now, in addition with my CPU water block, I got all these other ones to cool down. That's why I bought that new radiator right there. It's a Thermaltake. And I went and got a new reservoir and water pump. Thermaltake. Here's my old one. Little puny sucker. It's all plastic. It did a good job though. It is alright. Okay guys. As you can see, I got all my tubing ran. And I double checked everything. I got all my wiring hooked up, and I haven't installed my video card because, you know, it'd be really easy for it to get damaged if there's a leak. So I already filled the reservoir up with water or coolant, and all I have to do is hit the switch. So let's see what's going to happen. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to refill it. Be back in a sec. Checked it for leaks, and so far so good. No leaks out of the Northbridge or the CPU or my MOSFET blocks, or back here either. It's not leaking at all. I am going to turn it on and double check everything before I close it up. I'm going to try to run it. I ran it for 2 hours, no leaks, so I'm going to try to run it and hopefully make sure there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. I'm going to turn it on here. Everything looks good. Turn off there we go. Everything looks good so far. Everything looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I'm glad I did this. I was getting alarms for my temperatures through the software that came with the motherboard for the Northbridge whenever I overclocked. The CPU stayed pretty good with the Thermaltake water block. However, I didn't have any water block on the Northbridge. I still don't have one on the Southbridge down there, but I want to have that next month. And also I'm getting in about 8 days, it should be in about 8 days, my water blocks for my RAM will be in, and I'll make a video on that. But everything looks pretty good. The way I got this routed is the water comes out of the pump back there, comes up through here into the CPU, out of the CPU into the Northbridge, out of the Northbridge, and it goes back into the radiator down here. Now the radiator into the MOSFET water blocks back there, or voltage regulator, whatever you call them. Anyway, it goes into both of them. Goes into this one, out of it, and then runs into this one, and it comes out, and then it runs into the main radiator. And then back to the pump, and that's all there is to it. Thanks for watching.